bibi wa kwanza Nairobi, akanipenda na mimi kampenda. Nikamuuliza kama ana bwana, akanijibu sina hata mpenzi. Nilikuta bibi wa kwanza Nairobi, akanipenda na mimi kampenda. Nikamuuliza kama ana bwana, akanijibu sina hata mpenzi. Tukaenda naye mpaka kwake, shauri moyo kwa nyumba za tumbako. Nilipolala kasikia hodi hodi, fungueni ni mimi mwenye nyumba. Tukaenda naye mpaka kwake, shauri moyo kwa nyumba za tumbako. Nilipolala kasikia hodi hodi, fungueni ni mimi mwenye nyumba. Bibi akineta aibu sana sana, waka mimi na yule bwana. Tungepigana mimi na yule bwana, tumizane wewe ungefanyaje? Bibi akineta aibu sana sana, waka mimi na yule bwana. Tungepigana mimi na yule bwana, tumizane wewe ungefanyaje? Nilikuta bibi wa kwanza Nairobi, akanipenda na mimi kampenda. Nikamuuliza kama ana bwana, akanijibu sina hata mpenzi.
North to Alaska, go north, the rush is on. North to Alaska, go north, the rush is on. Big Sam left Seattle in the year of '92 with George Pratt, his partner, and brother Billy too. They crossed the Yukon River and found the Bonanza Gold below the White Mountain, just a little southeast of Nome. Sam crossed the majestic mountains to the valleys far below. He talked to his team of Huskies as he mushed on through the snow, with the northern lights a-running wild in the land of the midnight sun. Yes, Sam McCord was a mighty man in the year of 1901. Where the river is winding, big nuggets they're finding. North to Alaska, go north, the rush is on. North to Alaska, go north, the rush is on. North to Alaska, go north, the rush is on. George turned to Sam with his gold in his hand. Said, Sam, you're looking at a lonely, lonely man. I'd trade all the gold that's buried in this land for one small band of gold, a place on sweet little Jenny's hand. 'Cause a man needs a woman to love him all the time. Remember, Sam, a true love is so hard to find. I'd build for my Jenny a honeymoon home below that old white mountain, just a little southeast of Nome, where the river is winding, big nuggets they're finding. North to Alaska, go north, the rush is on. North to Alaska, go north, the rush is on. seems tradition. Never go astray and staying on his loving son. Son of my father, moaning I was grief and tried. Son of my father, commanded I was grounded in a plastic bag, surrounded and confounded by statistic facts. Changing, rearranging into someone new. Collected, unselected, independent views. Knowing I'm showing that a change is due. Son of my father, more than I was falling, I was brief and dry. Son of my father, 'cause I knew I was no, I can't forget this evening. Oh, your face is leaving, but I guess that's just the way the story goes. You always smile, but in your eyes your sorrow shows. Yes, it shows. No, I can't forget tomorrow when I think of all my sorrow. When I had you there, but then I let you go. It's only fair that I should let you know what you should know. Can't live if living is without you. Can't live, I can't give anymore. Can't live if living is without you. Can't live, I can't give anymore. I can't forget this evening. Oh, your face is never leaving, but I guess that's just the way it goes. You always smile, but in your eyes your sorrow shows. Yes, it shows. Can't live. car and go for a ride. Hey, it's a beautiful day. We'll drive on and follow the sun, making Sunday go on and on. Hey, it's a beautiful day.
Sana kuja ke area kwenu na namba kwa kama hivi. Huyu bwana nzuri kama ili kumpandisha jamani. Angalia sana atadunda huko mbele pole pole. Haya, tunasema maneno ya presi twende. Haya, karibuni.
It is me, telling you about my story, it is me. Listen to me, Jimmy King Limited, born and go around Lake Navasha. Mother, father, them a fisherman. never got the shukuru. Ndareka shukuru, nandona wera mwera, nandona kwenda nire, na mwendo wajeni. Ayu sami, yagajimi, nitebola sheka yo, kawa kambaru, nanyotawa mwendwa, wahako wajeni. Ayu sami. Ikeria jimi karugano gaka, karugano kumana ipata, bea horiwo kahiu kaparu. Ngarekia odesho, kahiu kamaru, dakomire hau, kinyaroshike, kware honike, nanda komire nyaki, kaine monene, atendia kuire. Ayu sami, yafana jiwi, yedemore shekayo, kamwe kambaru, nanyotawa mwendwa, wahako wanjeni. Ayu sami. Okay. Mina show you man, una shekayo kambaru. Hiroshine wakotana, kidaya luoro temara, anandoniro moregi, mamori na ngombe, naniwa wanje sanaya, kulinyoni wa maito, anakene wajohile, akinwala ni vitale. Ayu sami, yetana jiwi, yedemore shekayo, kamwe kambaru. So when I was a youth, I went to pretty good school, and after the school I did get a good job, and that is when I met my sweet Jenny. It is me telling you about my story. Kayoka baru jimine gagabute, gagabute, gagabute. Tatima heni jimima, tima heni. Jenny ne koma, lesho kahiyo kamwe. Ayu sami, yetana jimi, yedemore shekayo, kamwe kambaru. It was an evening outside my doorstep. A rude boy put a knife deep on my rib. I lay down in the cold until the break of dawn. With the power of Jah, I'm still alive. Touch my Jenny, don't touch my Jenny. If you touch my Jenny, it will bring a diambo. Ayu sami, yetana jiwi, yedemore shekayo, kamwe kambaru. Harambe, 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 boy, harambe, yokirena Jomo Kenyatta. Freedom fighters need not forget Kimathi Kenyatta and the rest. So when you're drinking, driving, whining all night, please don't forget the freedom fighter. Watch out! Ere mokoreana mukanywa, makagora gama Toyota. Na watongoria masindesi yomba ya mombine mwarigani wole Kimathi. Ulirati ndo makoro maya yokirena Jomo Kenyatta. Ekawa yare ya nyakero, Magonda yare ya nyakero. Umenyagi atene Kenyatta, Mabotiga ile wito tindende ni Kimathi. Ulirati ndo makoro maya yokirena Jomo Kenyatta. Harambe, 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 boy, harambe, yokirena Jomo Kenyatta. It's like freedom, freedom, Allah we free. Black man now forget the freedom fighter. So when you're whining, dancing, rhythm and blues, please don't forget the original style. Kimathi with your freedom. Akinere toela wito. Komukinya kare matora motina irongo de koyona mubito kiuga. Olera tindo magoro maya yokirena Jomo Kenyatta. Modiranjiko mweriwatia, mweriho kinya nome. Nemokohera mozenyo mwenyamba ya mombi moririkana Kimathi. Olera tindo magoro maya yokirena around if you're proud to be free. Hold up your hand if you know that you're free. Stand and shout the Don Quixote. Holla out to Mo Kenyatta. Ella gitana, ella muere. Pero voy neire, voy toca goñe. Yuge wonge mi niña que yo mo soy muy tunge lucero de que llego. Era tindo magoro maya yo kirena yo mo Kenyatta. Inyaro que no na de man blues. Política quiero luito. Ese man blues le llevo cahiga toro gatera la gome mai. Era tindo magoro maya yo kirena yo mo Kenyatta. Harambe, 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 boy harambe yo kirena yo mo Kenyatta. It's like freedom, freedom, all love we're free. Black man now forget the freedom fighter. So when you're dancing to the rhythm and blues, please don't forget the original style. Now I don't go here, my fingers. You might have more people who can live with the same ideas. Only I think the home of Roma, I hope you didn't know Jomo Kenyatta. I'm a tigana, you go make it. And I'm going to hate you. Mohikana, get Martina, Jambashi, Tirege, Tuyeke. Only I think the home of Roma, I hope you didn't know Jomo Kenyatta. Harambe, 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 harambe. Hello, Mr. Guitarman, how do you do? Remember the gig we had back by yard, and I know the girl them get out of hand. Nancy, Susie, Lucy, Angel, it's like freedom, freedom, all that we want. Black man, don't forget the freedom fighter. So when you're timing, dancing to rhythm and blues, please don't forget the original style. Harambe, 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 boy, harambe, okirena, Jomo Kenyatta. Freedom fighters, we not forget. Harambe, so when you drink, drive, wine and mine, please don't forget the freedom fighters. So jump around if you're proud to be free. Holla out if you know that you're free. Shout and sound in the Kimate. Holla out to Mo Kenyatta. Sing up. Harambe, 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 boy, harambe, okirena, Jomo Kenyatta. There's Christmas, New Year, Napoli Day. Please make way for the Don Quixote. Mayday is the Don Quixote Day. Harambe, 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 boy, harambe, okirena, Jomo Kenyatta. So when you're driving, drinking, whining and dining, please don't forget the freedom fighters. Jump around if you know that you're free.
I can see you're disappointed by the way you look at me, and I'm sorry that I'm not the woman you thought I'd be. Yes, I've made my mistakes. Listen and understand, my mistakes are no worse than just because I'm a woman. So when you look at me, don't feel sorry for yourself. Just think of all the shame you might have brought somebody else. Just let me tell you this. Live where we stand. My mistakes are no worse than yours, just because I'm a woman. Now a man will reputation, but when he wants to marry, well, that's a different.
One, let me welcome you. This is called Sunline Studios. So I welcome you here and feel welcome. Thank you. Even when you do your exams, even if next year you want to come again, you are welcome. The only thing I would want to urge you, you have only 1 or 2 months. Is it 1 month? Yes. Okay, 1 month can make a lot of difference in your life. Tunasikizana? Yes. Maisha yako can be made better because of that 1 month. And that 1 month, this is where you say, I can. If I want to pass, I can. And any time that you are trying to think of anything, if you want something and you really want it, there is always a way. Tusikizane namna hiyo. There is always a way, because why are you in school? You want to pass, si ndio? Yes. So when you want to pass, make sure that you want to pass. Forget about those people, about WhatsApp, about whatever. Those things are there and they will be there. Even at our own times, we had our own things. And now you are having better ones. So concentrate on your exams now, and in the next 2 or 3 years, you remember that we talked something here with an old man, and I think it is going to bear fruits. Kwa hivyo mimi namuomba muwe wazuri. Make sure that whatever you are doing it on a serious matter or manner. Make sure that you are doing what the teachers are telling you to do, and at the end of the day, you'll be proud of you. Sawa sawa? Yes. Mnakumbuka wale wa last year walikuwa wa standard 8? Yes. Were they happy? I will show you something about that standard 8. you come. Let me welcome you. Ukija tutaonyesha. Yes.
Okay.
So wacha ni welcome mwalimu mkuu aongee na introduce wengine alafu tutaendelea. Sawa sawa?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. So good. It's not afternoon yet, but we only have 4 minutes to afternoon, but it's still morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, madam.
How are you?
Fine, thank you, madam. And how are you, madam?
I'm well and very, very, very happy to be here. Are you happy?
Yes.
I know we have not been to such a place before. We have gone down the mountain, up the mountain again. It was a new experience for some of us. Who had a first time experience of going down and up the hill?
And climbing trees.
And climbing trees. Oh, that's great, that's great. Now in your life, you'll say you went somewhere where you went down the hill, you saw a river, you came up. Do you know you'll never forget this day?
Yes.
You will never ever forget this day. Now, before I say so much, I would like the ones who are with us here to introduce themselves, maybe say something, but we have a lady here, we have another lady here. They are just going to greet you, not say much, because they will have their own chance of saying much more. So let us welcome those who are seated with you from there. Mrs. Tonui, say hi to them, say a word to them, just a word. And then we go to Teacher Job that way as we introduce ourselves.
She's going to say hi.
Hi.
How are you this morning?
Fine, thank you, madam. And how are you, madam?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm happy. It has also been a good experience, but I also have some homesick of Shago. But I'm happy. We have interacted together. Tumeenda chini pamoja na tumepanda juu. So we have come here because we love you classes so much. We started the journey and we told you we are going to work together. And now that Simon was telling me you are only remaining with 30 what? How many days? To sit for your paper? 36 days. So that is like 1 month. So make use of this. Find the midnight oil and study hard. It is never too late. Ile kitu umeona ujashika, it is never too late. Go to your books, read them through. Don't leave anything. Don't give anything a chance. Sawa? Yes. Otherwise, I wish you the best. We are still with you. Follow these teachers. They are ready to help you even the others not in school. So all the best as we are still going to be together. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Actually, I was looking at my watch. It's exactly noon. And maybe I'm the first person to speak this afternoon. Thank you so much. And to our hosts, thank you so much for the experience. Some of us are tasting the fruits. And we are very grateful. To our candidates, I know if not more than 90%, then it's 90% coming to this region. And we are doing this because we believe that all of us are smart. And we are doing this so that we can make a smart spending. I want to believe that what my colleagues, parents have done is all the best.
Yes.
And because they've invested in you, they're expecting the best. Are we there?
Yes.
Yes, otherwise, as we continue staying here, we shall interact more. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
this because we love you. We believe in you. And this is our last leg. So let us really be serious. I'm saying us because I'm also part of the exam. When you're doing exam, the class teacher also does exam. Even the head teacher, the senior teacher, and the other teachers, we all feel for you. So we have brought you here to encourage you. We believe in you, so believe in yourself. When we look at you, we have seen your results from down there, class 3, 4, 5 coming up. You can do it, and you're going to make it. So it's just a small thing that has been made, and that's the push we are doing. Any little things the teacher tells you, please take it seriously. Take it like you'll never hear from us again. Next year you'll hear from a different group of teachers. But now, since you are in our hands, we have molded you and we want you to come out the best. And we look at you and know that you are not going to let us down. Are you going to let us down?
No.
Now concentrate. Focus on the exam. These other things will come to pass. But what you'll get in KCP will follow you to secondary. Even when you then was here, practically, Arya Primary Peter, alienda Alliance, alienda St. Patrick's Italian, alienda Mangu, alienda Alliance Girls, alienda, it will follow you. But look what we've eaten, we thank God for that and for our host. Those ones will come to pass. But what is in your head, you will just die with it. Your certificates will follow you wherever you are going to. So we want you to come out with a very good certificate. We also want you to come out very disciplined boys and girls. Very disciplined. Boys and girls who fear God. They have respect for parents, teachers, and for each other. And they also have respect for their work. When you're given work, next year you will not do it again. So this is our final leg. Have you seen the runners running? You see when they're about to finish, what do they do? Do they slow down? They really sprint like they've never been running. So we want you to really push. When you are in the exam room, we have talked of the exam rules. Follow them. No jokes. This is a national exam. Hatutakwambia tika hapa nje tutakudiscipline baadaye. Ulikuwa unaangalia hivi umekuja na simu. Push away. No phones, no phones. Keep them home. You will have November and December for the phones, for the WhatsApp, for the Instagram and what have you. And these things, use them well. Let not those things spoil your good character, your good display. So now we concentrate, revise, whatever is hard. This is the only time we have. This is the only time we have. And if you remove the weekend and what have you, we have about 25 days. Ukitoa hiyo Mashujaa Day and which other day? Tutabaki na 23. And show day, 22. So this is the time to follow the teachers. Excuse me, teacher, kindly show me this. This is how I've done it, and you do it. But I'm not getting anywhere. I'm just going round and round. Some of you here are very good at other subjects. Assist one another. When you help me, you're also revising. It is sticking more and more into your head. And when somebody is good at something, we thank God for that. Usimwone wivu. Omba Mungu, mwambie Mungu, hata mimi nisaidie. And God sees and He pays generously. Mkono wa Mungu si fupi. It will reach you. So we wish you the best. Do as the teachers tell you. Respect God. Obey your parents. Obey your teachers. Obey yourself. If you're given homework, sema mimi nimepata homework nitafanya. Don't wait for A or B to copy. How to copy KCP? Don't wait for somebody in C to do it. And then we are no. Let's be humble before God. Be humble before each other. What you don't know, ask. Ask and you will be given. God, you ask Him, He will give you. So we are very grateful and thankful for the host, the head teacher, the committee for organizing this for you. So we hope that whatever has been done for you is going to be for the good of all of us, and we wish you the best. Okay? The very best in your exams and after exams. So,
Yes.
thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam.
How are you?
Fine, thank you, madam. And how are you, madam?
I'm very fine and very happy to be here. I was just talking to a few of you, those who have never climbed. KCP is like climbing a mountain. It is like climbing a mountain. And I have seen that you are all going to pass because we have passed, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, going down there and coming up, it shows that you have all passed the KCP. So, have confidence. Believe in yourself. Believe that you can. Because God gives you what you want. If you believe you can, through hard work, God is going to make you come out successful. Nothing is hard. And I believe God never created a stupid person. You know, in Islam, we believe that God created a human being to be his representative on earth. He could not create a stupid person to be his representative on earth. So you are all very, very bright people. What you need to do is just push yourself. Change begins with you. We may talk, but if you don't believe in yourself, you don't want to change, nobody will ever change you. I was talking to a young man yesterday, very disciplined boy. He was just in Arya Boys and he did his exam and he was telling me, Madam, here I don't have friends. I don't have friends. My work here was to come and learn and then go home. He could come, see him walking very fast, as if somebody is behind him, chasing him, but nobody was chasing him because he knew what he wanted. Run to class, do his work in the evening with his bag, wengine wakicheza huko wakifanya mambo yao, yeye na bag yake mbio mpaka nyumbani. Apite pale Park Road Mosque, he prays and then goes to his house to read. And you know, yesterday he was showing me his results. He had 3 A's. And he was telling me, Madam, you know when I started school, I used to be number last. I used to be number last. But my parents could always tell me, they look at my eyes and tell me, look into my eyes and tell me, Zach, you can do it. This is not yours. You can do it. So he could ask himself, how? And then when he was in class 6, he decided to do it. And he worked so hard. From number 60, he became number 16. He was very happy. But when he went home, the mother still told him, you have tried, my son, but this is not yours. You can do better than this. So Zach again sat down and asked himself, hi, what is wrong with my mother? He thought I have worked so hard. Then one day, he says one day he sat down and said, if Mom says I can, then let me take my work seriously. And that is what he did. he took his books seriously, studied, kachana na marafiki wabaya, akaweka simu kando, akachukua masomo yake. And right now he's a happy boy. He's a very happy boy. He was telling me he's now going to do engineering. This is just to tell you that none of you is stupid. None of you is stupid. You can't be having 100 marks, but do you know by the end of this year, you can come out with 300 marks if you really want it. And don't forget your God. Because without him, you cannot even see that paper. You'll not be able to read. Don't forget your God. Be disciplined. Respect your parents. Because if your parents are not happy, there's no way you're going to pass. You have to respect them so that they can bless you. Now with those few remarks, I'm wishing you all the best.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam.
How are you?
Fine, thank you, madam. And how are you, madam?
Fine. I think mine was just to say hi for now. Yet, I have installed so much for you. Let us introduce the others, then we can give you the reviews I have for you today.
Good afternoon, madam.
How are you?
Fine, thank you, madam. And how are you, madam?
I'm doing very well, and I'm so happy to see you. You look lovely, actually. Everybody looks good from here. As you say, I'll be speaking to you later, so I'm just going to give the next person a chance.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you all?
Fine, thank you, sir.
Okay?
Yes.
How do you feel? Good. If you feel like this good, you will go for KBC. Very nice and smooth way. You going down, you climbing up very fast with your heart. Senior, if you study like this, you will pass this exam like this. How you feel happy? Will you? Otherwise, if you're not going to be serious, you will end of time you looks like Pink Panther. You will walk like this. Before you fail. Study, leave this 1 month. Your mobile. Don't chat. Yeah? And come serious with your study. And please, if you tomorrow you don't want to take Makapatani, be serious. My name is Zafar Rathod.
Okay, thank you to all the speakers before me. Now I want to bring you to the reason, to how we came about to be here. Did you ever think we could have an outing like this? No. Even me, I did not think we could have such an outing. And when I was thinking about such an outing, I was thinking maybe we have to spare something small so that we can hire a bus for ourselves, go to a nice place, sit there, relax the way we are relaxed here, and then go back to school. But as we speak today, we have spent zero money to come here. Did you spend anything to come here?
No.
Did we ask you for anything?
No.
Amma, you paid 100 shillings?
No.
You did not pay. So this is what happened. The last time that we had a board meeting and we were discussing with the board members, we came up with an idea of motivating you. We saw the way you had started the exam at the beginning of this term. Do you remember the the marks that you got? Yes. Zile tunaweka nyuma sasa tunaziambia. Stay behind me bad marks. Can you say stay behind me bad marks?
Stay behind me bad marks.
Well, unajua marks zako zilikuwa ngapi? But those ones, they are a thing of the past. So we looked at that and we said, what can we do for these young girls and boys so that they can feel, they can relax, they can have a situation where they are relaxing, they can have a situation where they are eating something good. Are you aware you're going to eat some good lunch? You're not aware?
Yeah.
Hey, you better start preparing your stomach. Something good is coming your way, but meanwhile, you will listen to the words of wisdom that you are going to be given today. So, the board of management, in fact, they are the ones who contributed to all the food you are going to eat today. It's not from the school. Each of them made a pledge and said, I'm going to give this. Another one said, I'm going to give this. Teacher Hamisa is a member of the board. She has also given out something for you. So as you eat, she has. As you eat, I have. As we eat, all the teachers have contributed because the school has also given out some money. So we decided that we are going to look for a place. And this man you have seen here hosting us, whom we are very thankful to, he said, I have a place where I can host all of you. And now when I look at this place, even if we were 100, see, we could have fit. Yes, we could have fit here. So let's thank him very much for giving us this nice place. This room that we are in is not just an ordinary room. If you look around, you can see it's a studio, his own studio. When he wants to record someone's music, you might decide to become a musician in future. We don't know. You could decide to take part in drama. We do not know. Where will you come? Here. Here. Some of us, like Yvonne or Lillian, when we decide to get married, we can come here and have our reception here. You have seen the gardens are very, very beautiful. I've just given an example with them. I know some of us, our weddings are different. So we have our first speaker for today. She'll tell you her name. She's almost your age, so I think you'll be able to identify with her. So welcome, Madam. Grace.
Thank you. Good afternoon again.
Good afternoon, Madam.
My name is Grace Kilopia. I'm a psychologist by profession. I teach children also, and I talk to kids. And I believe you're going to pass up there, say before I start my show. How many people, what do you want to become when you grow up? Let me start by asking that. Let me get there. Maybe that line. What do you want to become when you grow up? Lawyer? You? I know. Doctor? Air hostess? Doctor? Teacher? Engineer? Musician? Air hostess? Pilot?
Yes.
Footballer? Neurosurgeon?
Okay, pardon?
Lawyer?
We reached. We are already here. Yes. Do you plan to come?
Engineer? Air hostess?
Speak loud, man.
Veterinary? Engineer? Journalist? Footballer?
Footballer.
So how many footballers do we have? That's almost one team. Okay then. So my first topic will be setting a foundation. What I'll be talking about today, the first thing I'll talk about is setting a foundation. And the first foundation you set as young people right now will be your KCPE. That is what is going to determine where you're going to your secondary school. How many people want to go to? I had a few pilots here, about 3 or 4. That is what is going to determine the next high school where you're going to go, whether they will be offering. How many people know high schools that offer aviation? Yeah, there are high schools that offer aviation. Or maybe schools that you get the experience to go visit an airport or you know what. engineers do or something. This is the first foundation that you set that is going to give you the opportunity to go to the next place. If you pass your KCPE, of which you're going to pass, it sets you a background to go to the next step, to go up to a good high school. If you go to Alliance, what are the chances you're going to go to university? They are very high, right? Yes. If you don't go maybe to a school that offers you such a platform, what are the chances you're going to go to a university? If you go to a school that's not performing? So this, you have 36 days. You only have 36 days to set your foundation and set it right. How many people believe it's possible? That's the attitude. So the first thing we're going to talk about when building a foundation, who has an idea what you need to do? Before this house was built, it needed a foundation. Who has an idea what happened before the house was built? If it was a weak ground, could you be here till today? Anybody else who had an idea? Or who has an idea what happens? And the same process that they used to build, for example, this building, is the same process you need to do or to use to build up your lives and futures. The first thing is passing your exam. The rest will follow. Working hard, studying hard, and being better people when it comes to your academics. Then the next step is going to a better high school. And how do you do that? You invest. The first thing you do is you invest. As students, your parents have invested school fees. Your teachers have invested knowledge and their time. You as students, what do you invest? What are you supposed to invest? So that you can get the results. The good results are the end product. But in between, what do you do? Who has an idea? I need this to be interactive because if we're talking it's before lunchtime, if people are going to sleep, or you're going to get bored. So, who has an idea what you need to invest before you go to the next step? Hardworking. Who has said hardworking? By hardworking, what do you mean? Study. Good. To study hard. Anybody else with a point? The ladies? You have a point? To follow the instructions of the teacher? Of it? Oh, examiner? I didn't hear what you said. To follow instructions of? Teacher. Of the teacher? Okay. So the first thing you need to do is invest. What are you investing? Work hard, invest your time. I've had there's an issue with phones. Maybe it's for only that days, that's a month. Would you prefer posting on Instagram, WhatsApp, or being posted after you've passed the exams? Which one do you prefer? So it's a bit easier when you dedicate your time right now. Maybe just sacrifice those 30 days. Don't WhatsApp, don't Instagram, take your time off, study. Anytime you feel the urge to WhatsApp or do whatever you do, invest that time in your academics. It's going to pay off after 30 days. It's a better feeling. And when people are posting their results, at least you won't shy off. If you fail your exam, what's most likely to happen after 30 days? You don't want your friends to call you. You don't want your friends to send you messages. You're going to put that. Which one is easier? Shutting your phone down past 30 days or the 30 days? For the 30 days. Yes. Then later on you can talk to your friends because you won't feel shy meeting them, right? Yes. So the first thing is dedication, investing your time and working hard. Those three things. And making them your priority. Then the other thing is when you know what to invest in building the structure, now that is your goal, is setting your structures right. What are you setting right? Your academics. How many people, you all know your strong subjects, your weak subjects, right? Yes. How do you start focusing on what? Every subject matters. I know there are people who have said they want to be doctors, but they're going to think they only have to study maths and science. I don't need English and Kiswahili. But every subject matters at this point. So you need to make sure you balance the structure so that you can pass every exam you're going to have. And that's how you do having your priorities right. Again, back to the maybe having the right friends. Having people you can study with together. If somebody is not, at least 30 days, if somebody is not helping you study, maybe it's not the right company to keep at this point. Organizing your workouts. At what time do you wake up? How many people wake up at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m.? At what time do you wake up? 5 a.m. 4. Yes. Maybe this is what do you do between 4 and until the time you get to school? Maybe this is the time now to dedicate that and invest that for the next 30 days so that After that days you can sleep until anytime you want, because nobody will be waking you up. You won't have school after that. How many people agree or disagree? I like challenges. If you disagree, just put up your hand. Okay. Then you need a routine for the next, whatever you've been doing for the last, how many years or the whole of this year, maybe it has not produced the right results. Maybe it's time to start adjusting. What are you doing wrong? How many people know where they've been failing? Who has an idea what they've not been doing right? A volunteer? Before I start guessing for you, it could be not the right company, it could be maybe not paying attention to your teachers, it could be not asking for help, maybe you're too shy to ask for help, it could be you're not sure or you do. The thing about exams, every time you're doing an exam, how many people go and sit down to do an exam to fail? No one. But what happens when you do the exam? Maybe you find you didn't get, whatever you thought you knew, you find that you have not gotten the right results, right? Yes. So as much as you think you know whatever you want to do, it's always, if you have doubts or you're not sure, ask the teacher. It's only for 30 days, or ask your neighbor. Some leaders that you've had, there's a pilot here, there's a doctor here, we have a lawyer, you said you want to be a lawyer, somebody wants to be a journalist. Another key point is helping each other. You see, by the end of the day, when you're building, you're focusing towards having a good foundation. You can't be a doctor and a pilot too, right? You all need each other in life. As a doctor, maybe you need a pilot to fly to wherever you're going. As a doctor, pilot, lawyer, you need a teacher. You said you want to be a teacher? You need a teacher to educate maybe your younger siblings, your younger brothers. You need to work as a team. When you pass alone and the others don't, maybe you feel you want to be selfish, it's not fair for everybody, right? Maybe that could be the next doctor who could have helped them, your sister, your parents in the future. But just because you felt you can't support them or you felt they're going to, it's supposed to be teamwork, not a competition. If you pass and your school appears in the newspapers, won't you feel one? If your friends, I believe all of you are friends, right? Yes. If your friends get to pass and achieve their goals, in the future would you have success with friends? They say birds of a feather flock together. Exactly. That should be the main point. If you want to succeed, you need to work as a team. And then the other part in setting a foundation, I believe we all believe in something, a God. You all believe in God, right? Yes. Prayer. As much as you're working hard, remember to be humble enough and also to pray. Then again, we have said that final results is having a goal or setting the marks that you want to achieve. Who knows how are you supposed to set a goal? Or how do you achieve the goal? Because everybody, your teacher has said you're leaving your past marks behind. How are we setting this goal? What it was very short activity. How are you going to set those goals? Anybody who has an idea, a volunteer, I'm going to be first. How do you think you're going to set the goal? Be humble. Be humble. Okay. And asking for help when you don't know something. You had your hand up? Being hardworking. Anybody, how are you going to restructure? We said from now on we are restructuring. How are you planning to do that?
Believe in yourself.
Good.
Focus more on our books.
Focus more on your books.
To have the potential to work hard.
To have the motivation to work hard. What motivates you to work hard?
Potential.
Potential. Okay, yeah, we all have the potential to work hard. If you were not, you couldn't have gone all the way from nursery school to class 8 if you didn't have the potential. It definitely means you have the potential. So, when you're going back home today for the weekend and on Monday you need to have, and you need, from when you get out of here, you need to have a new goal, you need to have a motivation, new motivation to work hard. We need to set smarter goals. Maybe whatever you had set was smart and you had a vision for it. When you're going back now, from today onwards, you need to set a smarter goal. And I'm going to use the word smarter as abbreviation, the S-M-A-R-T-E-R. I'm going to use that as abbreviation. If anybody who has a pen and paper, you can write that down. And maybe when you go back and think what you want to do, that's what you're going to be using. The first thing you need to do is be specific on which marks you want. How many? What do you want to attain by the end of KCP? What marks? 350 and above. So you want 350. In order for you to get 350, how many subjects are those? 5. So in at least 6 subjects subject you need 70, right? 350 and above for 5 subjects. 70. Average you need 70. So when you're going back, you need to go sit down. Now everybody should use that example. When you go back and sit down, you need to think, how many marks do I need to attain? You say 300, how many subjects are those 500? At least in every subject you need a 60. Which subjects do you get that 60? Which other subjects don't you get that? And how can you improve? And also if you're getting a 60, it doesn't mean you have to leave that subject alone. You also work, you put in a little more effort so that in case the other one you get a 50, you will still have a 70, they are bad. Then the next thing you need to do is have, when you set in that 350 or 320 or whatever marks, let it be meaningful to you. And let it be something, you know, I want to be a pilot. In order for me to be a pilot, this is what the marks they agree for us to go to that school. If I want to be a journalist, this is what I need to go to a school that is going to build me and have the potential or build a better foundation from where I started so that I can be a journalist. Put your future ahead, have the vision of your future. The next thing, the A. We have said meaningful. The next part is the A. Meaningful. You have me here. The next part is the A. In the word smarter. Believe it's achievable. It's possible. As long as each day you're waking up in the morning, you have a purpose to go achieve whatever. For the next 30 days, whatever marks you put in the behind of your head, those are, let it be the first thing. If you have, maybe you can go place it at the door of your room every time you're walking out and every time you're getting back to your room. Let it be the next song you're singing for the next 30 days. Then the other part is relevance. You need, as she has said, everybody has what they want to become in the future. And also, those marks will feel again, if you score up to 50 and you want to become this or what, can you be able to, you know, relate whatever marks you want to get with your career or with the position you are in. If you had 200 marks, can you be able to be honest enough with yourself and say, within 30 days, I know I can achieve extra 100 marks, but I can say, I had 200 marks, but I want to score everything. It's possible, yes, but you can say you want to score 500 marks. Because even today, nobody has scored 500. I think they get to 440 or for something, or 20 or for something. Then you also need, when it comes to relevance, you need to be together with the right people, be it the teachers, again back to social media, WhatsApp, Instagram and everything. If it's not helping you to Google whatever you're supposed to study, and don't use that as an excuse to get to your phones, don't use it for the next 30 days. We said we need to be posted on WhatsApp and social media after the exams, not us posting right now. Again, the thing you need to know, time is not on your side. That's the truth. So don't waste any time. Any opportunity you get to study, trade. If when you're going home and the environment is friendly, maybe on a bus or somewhere, and you can be able to study, trade. If it's the little break time, you can be able to lunchtime, eat fast and go back to class, trade. Every second matters. She has said the last minute can change everything. Or those 30 days are how many hours? 30 times 24. It was so fast in months. 720. So you have practically like 750 hours to change your life, which is possible. Those are many hours. If you make every hour count, it's possible. The next part is you need to evaluate. Don't wait till KCPE comes and for you to say, if you feel like there's something, we all know our weaknesses, right? You all know if you're weak in science or in maths or in English, you can go to a teacher and tell them, I've been studying, putting more effort in this, can you test me? Or can I do this past paper and see whether I'm getting the right answers and to know where did I disappoint. In those 30 days, as much as you can, even as friends, or you have questions with answer books with answer books behind, you study and try to evaluate yourself more often. See where you're failing. The more you know this answer is wrong, you're able to get the right answer in the long run. The last point before I close down, you need to readjust. We all need to get out of our comfort zone. If playing is what is making you comfortable, it's time for those, if you feel maybe you wake up at 5, maybe it's time to start waking up at 4:30. If you don't study, if you sleep at 9, maybe it's time to start sleeping at 9:30. That extra time. If you're always on phone every time you get back to the house, maybe it's time to do now that sacrifice. You see those sacrifices, If it's you don't want to be left away by your friends, but you feel she's bad or he's bad company, it's that time to start readjusting and start focusing to other people. Last but not least, I repeat again, help each other. We all need each other. If you're good in maths and your friend is not good in maths, help each other. You can't all be doctors, you can't all be pilots, and your teachers are always here to help you. I think that's it for today. Before I sit down, I want to ask the last friend, what have you understood? I don't want to assume. I make a point. At least what's your takeaway? From here, yeah?
Yes, helping each other.
Helping each other.
Concentrate in your life. Working hard.
Working hard. What have you understood? Okay. Yeah, managing the time, your time well. The second line? Study? Okay. Sacrificing. Okay. And also asking for help. As you're helping each other, ask for it.
Obeying.
Obeying. Yes.
Ask each other questions.
Okay.
Never give up.
Okay. Sacrificing. What's the one? Pardon? Obey. Listening to it. Time is not our sense to work a bit extra. Dedication to it. Huh? Yeah, work smart. Smarter. Listen to the teacher.
Every second matters.
Every second matters.
You don't choose phones.
Yeah. Good.
Sacrifice your time.
Sacrifice your time.
Focus on
Don't be focusing on books.
believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself. Okay.
Working with the things you can.
People have it. Okay.
Maybe leaving the phone side.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Excuse me, why have you not said
Okay.
bad company? Bad company. Lillian said. Lillian?
I want to give you some secrets from this school. You will be very happy. You know, we're deciding who takes high marks. We're going to give silver medal. Which one is the cost is the 10,000 shilling.
Highest marks.
Now it depends on you how you're going to maintain this month. Put even good parents certificate. One is a medal. What do you want? If you're not going to study only, if you're going to play with the mobile, you can't get anything. Be serious. We are very serious with you people. That's why you come free of charge here. All the money, they go from school, not from you. Senor, are you happy everybody?
Yes.
Serious?
Yes.
Any question you can ask, any question from us, we can give you answer. And other one, the remaining words she will give you.
Before she starts up, I know we have sat down long. Can we start up a bit? Can we freshen our minds? I taught you a song last time. Was it last time?
No.
Yeah?
Yes.
Last time or first time?
Last time.
First time. I think I taught you more than one song. Sindio, it was in second time. I want us to just repeat it, just to make ourselves fresh. There was a man Let's start. Listen. Shh. Listen. Remember when we were singing that song, we were not finishing in the first line, eh? B-I-N-G. No, we were starting with, and Bingo was his name. Bingo was his name. B-I-N-G-O. 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 And Bingo was his name. That's not how I taught you. I taught you, there was a farmer who had a dog and Bingo was his name. We were not finishing. We were saying, and B was his name. And then when we go to the second line, we say B-I. Cindy, you know I've even forgotten, and I'm the one who taught you. We were starting with B, and then Bingo was his name. Cindy, I've forgotten. And you know I'm the one who taught them. With the B. Oh, I'm done. Imagine. I taught you and I'm forgetting. So we start with, there was a farmer who had a dog and Bingo was his name. Then we spell the whole name. Then when we are singing the second line, we leave the O. Then
the first B, you leave it out, it becomes an Ingo.
Ingo.
Yes, then an go, and then go, and then O.
Yes, that's how we done. Is that how I taught you? Yes. I've forgotten, eh? Yes. Imagine a teacher who taught us song and I've forgotten. I had done, let's go. There was a farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name. B-I-N-G-O. 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 And Bingo was his name. Go to the second one. There was a farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name. I-N-G-O. 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 And Bingo was his name. There was a farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name. N-G-O. 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 And Bingo was his name. The farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name. G-O. 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 And Bingo was his name. There was a farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name. Oh, 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 and Bingo was his name. You see, I thought I am very late. Welcome home with a clap.
Good afternoon once again. Ambitions. Everyone has an ambition, isn't it?
Yes.
We all made it. Footballers, lawyers, pilots, journalists, air hostess. This is our ambition. And ambition comes in dreams. If you dream to be one, you will definitely be. Even being a footballer, it needs knowledge. Without knowledge, no footballer. There's no goal pitch there, 40 degrees, 45 degrees of angle, I cannot kick a goal. You need knowledge. Here is time to pick your knowledge now. This is just a status. You get to a hotel, you get status. KCB is a status. The next step comes afterwards. When we focus on our dreams, make it a dream. And try and fulfill that dream. How? Put yourself down, say, Inshallah, or God willing, I will definitely become a teacher, a pilot, whoever I want to be. There is nothing impossible. The word impossible is just for vocabulary. A noun, adjective, put it aside. There is nothing impossible. I want to gain, I will tell you.
The word impossible means possible.
Impossible. But there is nothing like impossible. I cannot do it. Zero. Nobody can say I cannot do it. I'm being here. I made it because I wanted to be here. I am living my dreams today. I had that dream to be surrounded by students to tell them what I passed through. It is a dream I've accomplished today. With better, more dreams I'm still achieving. None of you can tell me that today, let us make ourselves, we pledge to ourselves somehow. I want to be, and put that positive vibe in you. I will definitely be. What is the vibe we are going to put?
I will definitely be.
Once I put that vibe in me, I am positive. I will definitely do it. And nothing will put you down. And that nothing can put you down first starts from knowledge. Whatever you're going to start here, a footballer, a doctor, somebody who comes to sit and give you the speeches as well. We have the knowledge, then that is when we're going to give you the knowledge. Without studying, we could have not come this way. True? Come on, today I want us to live somebody's life. A life that I witnessed when I was young. I witnessed somebody's life, and today when I see that person's achievement, I know that there's nothing that can tell me I cannot do it. There was a boy named Wainaina. He was a Kikuyu boy. We used to live in Jujero, just in Nairobi city. Have you ever seen trailers?
Yes.
Have you ever seen trailers?
Yes.
The back of the trailers, of the cabins, or whatever we can call them. They used to live in that thing. And where they put it was just a small portion of a gutter. The father had to ask for somebody. He placed it there, and there were 7 of them. Their livelihood was so pathetic that anyone could pass by them. First of all, they had negativity. These might be robbers. These are just filthy street beggars or something, with very funny names they were given. One meal would be a problem to them. We get 3 times meal, we eat with our stomachs full. At night we sleep in a comfortable bed. Ask them how they lived. They had cutting boxes. Each one had a big curtain. When it becomes night, they have to lay them down and rest on it. When going to school, they would not even have a cup of tea. The gutter was where they used to come down with a container and try to push the waste, human waste, and try to pick that clean water, even if it's a bit, so that they can brush, go to school. Not with brush, with salt. They studied with me as juniors, but coming to see that boy, when he enters in school, he was less, you could just call him bones. He had no flesh, he was just so skinny. That at times, whatever food we had, we wasted, after eating, we throw in the dustbin. The boy would run immediately with the sister, younger sister, and collect that leftovers and eat. So one day, the teachers told us, we are being given as a project to find out how people live at that time. Posh life, middle class. There was a high class, middle class, and a lower class. So we were to write an essay about it. So when I came up, it was right opposite the gate of my house. I asked the sister Esther, how is it that you manage? How do you? She tells me it's very hot. When you enter here, it's as if you're in an oven at night. So I started becoming a friend to that girl. When she used to tell me the stories, we used to weep. And at times I used to take some portion I used to take from my mother and I've never told her what I'm doing. But I used to hide. I used to steal to give them, to feed them. I used to steal, let me call it stealing, for a purpose. I used to go in the kitchen, my mom is not aware, I pack some food. When she comes, she says, I didn't leave the utensils like this. I was always numb. I could not tell her what I'm doing. So I used to give them to eat. Because one day, a black colored person, not black, that is my color, having some bruises that you could not literally know how they came. I asked them what happened. She said, my mom literally beat us so that we don't demand for food. That is why I used to steal and give them. But believe me, the attitude of that boy, Boynena, used to amaze me so much. Because whenever he used to walk, that skinny guy would walk with a head raised up. And he used to tell me, listen, leave these things. It's just temporary. I will make it. That boy used to give me that word, and I used to tell him, Melina, with so much suffering, let me just forget about them. I will make it. As the boy grew in standard 8, then our head teacher was come out. He said, because there's so many people who come hungry, they can't come on empty stomach to the exams, they will be fed food in school. So I used to wait for that food. Or near the temple where they used to donate food. This boy achieved more than 400 marks. At that time, we used to call them 1,000. When he did, he achieved the highest and he was number 1. Up to date, Wainena's race has always been number 1. He didn't take the negativity. He was called a beggar, he was called funny names, he was mocked. At times, we used to call him refugee, or the skeletons. So the children used to mock him. But his attitude was very high. He told us, call me the names, I admit, with a very positive vibe. He said, I'll make it. And today, believe me, search him. He is an industrialist who's owning a lot of companies in Nairobi right now. Who was that boy? The same skinny man. He has reowned a business in America as we speak. He put his story. I want you to search in Google, find out about Wainena's history. They'll give you the whole history to this man. He's a billionaire as we speak. He's owning lands. Why? He always got positive. He always kept positive. I want that positivity in you. Because I don't see a failure, do I? Do we have failures? Are we sleeping? So? Is there any failure here?
No.
Loser?
No.
No. No one is a loser? No. Yeah, no. Are you losers?
No.
Of course we're not. So we will achieve our dreams, isn't it?
Yes.
With those dreams, again, you know what I demand. Always I speak, I ask you for something, only one thing. What is it? Respect. I ask for what?
Respect.
Respect me to the maximum. Not me alone. Me counts any person. You have to respect him. Because I don't see in the Bible, would anyone quote a verse in the Bible or the Quran where it says, don't respect? Whatever we are taught is what?
Respect.
Respect. Always respect somebody's knowledge. Even if it was just one grain of a rice, that knowledge is a lot to achieve it. You have to respect. When we're in class 8, we boost our chest and we think we have come to the end. Do we? Do not do that. That is not what you will. That one will put you back because you don't respect. In any manner, anyone elder to you, even a day, an hour, respect, even if it is a small child, respect. Do you know that I'm learning from you people a lot? When I talk to you, I learn, and I really appreciate that knowledge I gain from you. And being like this, I respect all of you. So when you respect your elders, you will achieve your dreams. Be ready to be told the truth. When you have done something wrong, apologize. It's a very small word, sorry. And make that a point not to do it again. These things always count in knowledge as well. In Bible, Prophet Moses. In Quran, Nabi Musa. Do we know him?
Yes.
We've read about their stories?
Yes.
If Nabi Musa was chased by the army of Pharaoh, and Prophet Moses was chased by the army of Pharaoh, and he was told to put that stick so that the ocean could part. What was that he was given? Knowledge. Even that stick, he did it like this, was knowledge. Because without him being told, do this, it will part the ocean into 2 pieces. It will divide it. He could have not conquered, isn't it?
Yes.
So knowledge is what we want you to have. And your ambitions should not just be here. I want to be a doctor. No, make it a dream. See, that is my passion now. I will definitely be. And I know you will make it. How many of you, after 10, 12 years, I will find them with their ambitions, with their profession in hand? Good. So this one is not going to end here today, isn't it?
Yes.
We're going to still go on having the same ambition. True?
Yes.
None of us want to have the mkokoteni, as Mr. Rathor says.
Yes.
I'm a beba na 50.
No.
None. So profession, knowledge. Knowledge is part of respect, my dear. Again, I emphasize on respect. When you talk to an elder person, know the tone of your voice even. Can change the statement completely. Being humble does not want any money, isn't it? It's just nature's appearance. So what you are, you give it out and you'll get the best. So let us not get too bored, eh? Once and then. With those few remarks, please remember them and feed on them. Thank you.
Haya, tunaendelea kumalizia. So our school is not made up of just teachers and students as much. Our school is not made up of just teachers and students. We have support staff that make our lives comfortable day to day. We have someone who cleans our toilets, and then we can go into clean toilets. We have someone who runs some errands for us, someone who cleans our compound, and when we are in school, we feel comfortable. So we did not just come as teachers and students, but we also brought one of our support staff, because everybody in Arya matters and everybody is important. Are we together?
Yes.
Now, I want you to put your hands together for Peter Duro as he starts to greet you and tell you your word.
This one, not only people clapping, you joking.
Mimi naombea nyinyi tufanye mtihani ya mzuri mpite, lakini mchezo mingi mwache. Fanyeni bidii. Ukikosa kufanya bidii, hata mkulima akikosa kulima vizuri hawezi vuna. Mwezi vuna. Hata mwenye hii kujenga hii nyumba asipoweka bidii angejenga hii nyumba yake hii. Sasa usiposoma kwa bidii mtafanya vizuri, lakini tunataka mfanye bidii kwa masomo. Usingizi mingi acha. Soma. Kulala sana na kucheza mpira zaidi. Mpira baadaye. Zaidi saa sio saa ya mchezo, zaidi saa ya kufanya kazi ya masomo. Sawa sawa?
So many claps, huh? Yes. That's great. I can see each one of us is appreciated in that school. See, you also appreciate yourself.
Yes.
Me, I'm not adding anything. You have been told everything. Wenye masikio afanye nini? Asikie. Na sikio la kufa? Asikia. Kuna masikio kama hilo hapa? La. Eh? La. Hatuna sikio kama hilo. So you have had. It's very tight the way you have had. As one of the speakers was speaking to you, the school chairman called me, Mr. Patel. Do you know Mr. Patel?
Yes, yes.
You know him, eh? Yes. Mr. Patel has called me. He has asked me, have you arrived there? I've told him, we have arrived. We have gone down the hill. We have drunk water from below the hill. And we have come up. We have eaten fruits. Well, actually, we did not drink. I'm joking. We did not drink. You don't take it too seriously. We have come up. We have eaten fruits. And now we are here listening to speeches. So he said, greet all of them and tell them I wish them the best and tell them that they must break the record of the school from the previous candidates. Are you going to do that?
Yes. But